Hello, everyone. It's well, part of to a podcast.
We're the two of the two
Yeah, OG2. I'm definitely hidden behind this mic.
Yeah, probably adjust that.
Yeah.
There we go.
Jared was unable to make it. He was
Traffic
yeah, traffic was pretty bad.
or a wreck. I don't know.
I think he said
up that
I think he
bad.
said it was a wreck.
Probably.
But yeah, Jared was able to make it today. So we went ahead. It's our rambling session anyway, so we don't really have anything on par or anything up to for us to do necessarily. So we're just going to talk about random shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got some upcoming things coming up here soon.
Like we're currently in the process of watching that Batman Ninja versus the Yakuza League. That's our next movie.
Yeah, we got that still to come.
Then we're trying to figure out other things to do while we're rambling. We were going to try and do the D&D thing. We just need to get more people for that. Really.
Yeah, ultimately, we could do. We know we could do like paint Warhammer minis. We could do play Warhammer.
Yeah. Which the first couple would probably take a lot of our attention away from actually rambling while we learn.
Yeah, the ones would be more direct to that. The painting, the building, and the painting. I think because me and you ramble when we do that anyway.
Yeah.
I think a good rambling session. I think a good talking point rambling session could be. Well, no, I think that's movie related. I like the idea of casting our own X-Men, who we think would be good roles for certain characters in X-Men. I think that.
Yeah.
It's not forever long. I think we could do it quickly. We got a lot of things we can talk about, a lot of things we can do. We also have board games. I do want to get Daggerheart. I really do.
Yeah. It looks fun.
Because that looks like that could be a pretty simple system to run through. We got some upcoming games that we're looking forward to playing. Rockstar announced Bully 2. Anybody who knows Anthony knows that Anthony's, I'm pretty sure, the only person to play Bully 1.
I played a lot of it. My parents wouldn't let me get GTA. And it was the closest to me to get. Made by the same company, so it worked out. It's just GTA for kids.
There's another game that we've seen that looks just like Bully 2. It looks just like Bully, but it was a different format.
It's like Ace Rockville or something like that.
Yeah, something.
Ageville.
I fully trust that Anthony will play both of them and let me know which one's good and which one's not.
Yeah. As long as it runs on a Steam Deck, I'll be able to play it.
Should be able to then. Imagine.
I can probably figure it out.
So those are kind of big things. There's a couple games I've seen that looked pretty interesting that I want to give a try to. Some of them are like survival style games. There's a game I really want to play, and I really want people to fucking get into it. I really want to get into it with me. And normally I only get like one good day, and then it goes months without ever playing it again. That's Phasmophobia. I'm awful at it. Absolutely awful at Phasmophobia. But I enjoy it.
Spelled with a
death. Yeah. It's fun. I like Phasmophobia. About catching what style of ghosts and spirits in a house or whatever. It's like an investigation game.
Oh, nice.
Each round is a different style game. You can get it on Xbox now. You can get PlayStation.
Is it crossplay?
I don't know. I also don't know if you can get it on your Steam Deck.
Well, I can find out real quick.
Should be able to. I think you can get it. Can you get any game on Steam Deck?
Technically, yes. It's just whether or not it plays. I should be able to play it.
It is fun. It goes up to 4 people.
It's Classified on Steam Deck, so yeah, I can play it.
I normally only have people. I normally have like 2 people play. It's a super fun game though. Good news for me is college football and NFL starting up soon. First NFL game was last Thursday.
Oh, it's an early access.
Phasmophobia? It's been out for a while, but I do believe it's one of those games that just kind of sits in early access and says stuff like that. Played Smite today for the first time in a while.
I've never played Smite.
Well, Smite 2 is what it is now because they changed the. Nothing about the game changed. It's changed the engine it was on.
Okay.
I
You played on the Xbox?
Huh?
You played Phasmophobia on the Xbox?
I played on PC.
PC. Oh, then yeah, we should be able to play them.
Yeah. I have. I played.
You mentioned Xbox, so I
no, I was just saying it is on Xbox. If you couldn't get it on Steam Deck, you could.
Yeah, it looks like it plays well on Steam Deck.
It's pretty fun. It's a scary game. It's a kind of a scary game, but it's a scary investigation game. You basically you go into like a house and you have to try to find out what spirit's in there. That's the concept. Is you're ghost hunters.
Okay.
So you're trying to find out like what the ghost is. Then you have like certain items to do certain things. You have a spirit box that they'll talk to you through, which is fucking creepy. Sometimes you can find cursed items like a monkey's paw. First time I ever found a monkey's paw. So a monkey's paw is just like it's like a mummified monkey hand.
Yeah.
But you can find it, and you can ask it certain questions, right? So it has a tan like this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the first time I ever found one, I had never played the game before. So what the fuck? I was like, how do I get this little bitch to work? So I started looking it up, and we had proximity chat on, so we couldn't just hear each other if we died. We were fucked, right?
Yeah.
Well, I was looking at my phone, and I was trying to watch this video to see how to work it, and my phone goes, "I wish to see the ghost." And I look up, and I hear a finger break. The finger goes down on the game. And I was like, "Oh fuck!" And it had heard my phone, and it had put the wish into the game. So I got killed by it because I was watching a video of that.
That's great.
It's so funny. There's also a Ouija board on it. The Ouija board's pretty cool.
So it's one of those ones you have to use your headset.
Yes, the ghost can hear you. So like if you're hiding from them and you're making noise, they can hear you.
I'm screwed. I have a 5-year-old.
That's true. You can mute your mic though. It doesn't have to be open the entire time. You can mute.
Oh, no, that's more fun.
Yeah, it's fair. But I mean, he might. To be fair, your 5-year-old might scare the ghost back into its hiding spot. But there's some funny things you can do on it. Like if you ever see somebody have a Ouija board, like if they have a Ouija board, you can like take it from them, and you go like, "I want to play hide and seek," and then it'll go. You'll see the little cursor. It'll go down to 5, 4, 3, 2, and then it's going to hunt in a second. It's about to kill you. While it's hunting, you can't leave the house. The house door locks. So you have to wait for it to be done.
How do you win? It starts yelling, "Ollie, Ollie, oxen free."
It will stop hunting. Once it stops hunting, you can actually, when your teammates die, I just found this out, when your teammates die, you can use them. If you have the cursed monkey's paw, or the monkey's paw, you can wish your teammates back to life. And it'll resurrect them. It's kind of cool. But it kind of, I think how the monkey's paw does is when it grants a wish, also has a negative effect. So I don't know. I don't know what the bringing your teammates back does. I don't know if it functions some way.
I was playing the demo for My Friendly Neighborhood. Basically, like a bunch of puppets chasing you.
Is it like?
It's like Alien Isolation meets Mr. Rogers.
Oh, but is it like? Can you?
You can fight back.
If you stare at them, do they stop moving, or do they keep going?
They keep going.
Okay, so it's not like the Weeping Angels.
No, it's like you get,
which is
within
way more
proximity of them, then they'll start hunting you, but you just hear them going. You can knock them out and tie them up. I'm gonna play the demo. I got stuck because I couldn't find the last lockbox, but it's kind of cool.
The Weeping Angel thing is terrifying.
Yes. We fell asleep and chill.
I was like, what is that noise?
Yeah, right. Fell asleep and now he's.
I also really want to play through. It's a D&D game.
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate 3. I've not made it all. They're still. I haven't left the first chapter. I think my money goes now.
You alright, Bob? Okay. Still asleep.
Maybe it's just half awake and half asleep.
Probably not comfortable. Which doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, there's some games coming out. Interested in some. Face. Sorry for the delay. There's a little bit of a break there. The old 5-year-old we were just talking about decided he wasn't tired anymore. So he went and lay down in his real bed.
And fell right back to sleep. Which it was getting bedtime anyway.
Dude, did I tell you about me getting stabbed?
Nope.
Not stabbed.
How?
Not really. I think it stabbed. He didn't fucking cut me.
You got cut at work.
Like real person cut me.
On accident or on purpose.
Kind of both. So okay, let me explain.
Okay.
It's pretty wild, really. So Eddie went and got these new knives because plastic's fucked up on the reels with the plastic sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody keeps using the scissors. Fucking hates it. So he's like, "Well, I'll go get these knives." So he went and got these blades from Safety or whatever. They're razor blades.
Okay.
So we use razor blades and we use razor blades and blades. Well, I was sitting there walking by, and one of my coworkers, his name's Jared. He didn't mean to do it, but he meant to do it. You'll hear in a second. So when I was walking
No
by,
relation to the podcast host, Jerry.
no. This guy's different, Jared. Spelled different. But he took the knife and he poked me in the side with it, and then acted like he cut me. And he's like, well, because you have to, it's retractable.
Okay.
So it wasn't like it was like whatever. So he did that, and I went, ow. And I was just kidding. You know, I felt something push into my skin, but I was like, ow. I was like, ow. And then I was walking, and he's like, did that really cut you? I was like, I don't think so. No, for real, did that really cut you? I was like, no, I didn't. I just said ow as a joke. He's like, check, see if that really cut you. I reached down and I felt like that my pants has a cut through. And then my boxers have a cut through. So, yeah. I was like, yeah, you really cut me. He said, you serious? And I said, yeah. He's like, are you all right? And I said, no, all right. I said, I'm not bleeding. And then I was like, I could sit there and you know that sticky feeling of blood?
Yeah.
I was like, bleeding now. And I reached out and I went like that. I went like this because it was like right here on my hip. And I went like this, so like right here.
Yeah.
And I was like, and my fingers were just covered in blood. My fingers were covered in blood. And my manager was freaking out. He's like, dude, you gotta go to the bathroom, see if it's all right. And he kept saying that. I said, dude, it's like a little cut. But what happened was, so the blade, so it's one of the blades flips out like this, but then it's also retractable.
Okay.
So it won't go in. It will not lock in place in here if it's out any at all. So it was locked. So when I was walking by, he went like that, whipped it out to do that, to fuck around with me. But for some reason, it locked with a little bit of the blade still out. So when I slung it back out, he didn't realize the blade was still out. So it was out partially out, so he stabbed it into my hip and cut me. And I was like, damn.
That was so sharp you didn't even notice.
Well, I felt like something like pressed, but it felt like kind of like that.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
So it just felt like
this.
the retracted blade. Like
It just felt like he pressed
the casing.
it felt like the casing was pressed in too hard. And I was like, ow. I was like, God damn, why'd you push it so hard? And then I was like, oh, fuck, you really cut me. He didn't actually push it hard at all. I was like, yeah, that's insane. And everyone was like, and I was giving him a hard time about it, but he was like freaking out about it. He's like, I thought I was going to be fired. I was like, fired, man. So I said, I wouldn't let you get fired over it. I said, I just lied. So I already had it cut. I was already cut. You were just joking with Eddie. So I would never let you get fired for that. It was an accident, but it wasn't an accident because he did mean to fuck with me, or he didn't mean to poke me with it, like he was cutting me.
Yeah.
He just didn't expect for the blade to be partial. So it wasn't on purpose, but it wasn't on accident.
I wonder if I could do that with my coworkers. Might be a little different in pharmacy though.
Yeah, so do you guys often use blades in a pharmacy? feel like I started this with we use blades a lot.
All I know is sometimes when we count too many Norcos in a row,
Oh,
the dust gets in the air, and I just feel really good.
We did discuss this happening. I don't know if you still held to it from the last time Jared was here. You wanted to go because you said you needed to lose weight of some form, either lose weight or bulk or whatever.
Yeah.
And there was you and Jared were going to do it.
Yes.
I don't know if you have an update. Obviously, we don't have Jared here, but if you have an update for it, I did say no. I did not want to do it, but said I would do as much as I could within the limits of not trying. And I was letting that be known for the people that I am not trying. So if I do lose weight, hell yeah. And if I don't lose weight, still not the goal.
Well, as of now, I'm currently 238 pounds. Drop down. So.
When was the last time you weighed yourself?
This morning.
Okay. Last time I was weighed, was when I went to the dentist, which was about a week ago. I was down to a nice 280 pounds.
All right.
At the start of the year, I was about the most. I think I was 3 bills. I've actually went down 20 pounds this year. I like to believe it's based upon horrible eating habits, like forgetting I eat.
Just forgetting to eat.
Yeah, pretty much like Subway on my way here. Didn't finish it. Still got some in my car, so I didn't even let it home.
See, that's my biggest problem. I get food, and I'll finish it. It'll make me sick, but I'll finish it.
It could have, but
I blame my parents. They're always just, you gotta clean your plate.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I feel guilty leaving food on the plate.
I feel that.
Of course, the last thing.
I did almost.
I ate today's golf or like noon.
I did almost buy a 60-inch TV for $100.
Oh yeah.
I unfortunately didn't have the $100 to spare, so I just didn't buy it.
That's where the credit card could have came in.
Yeah. It was Chris. It was Nicole's brother.
Oh, okay.
He said he needed help with rent. He said that 2 days ago. He just DoorDash. I figured he could make that DoorDash in 2 days.
You would think, but
unless they just want to be lazy about it.
I mean,
also told him when we also was saying this. I said, where I work still hiring, but I don't imagine he. No, nothing against Chris, but I don't think that would be a good job for him. Merely because he has a problem with authoritative figures, and where he would be working would be highly dictated.
I mean, that's any job.
Oh.
I just had my annual review, and half of it was, you need to stop like giving so much pushback. It's like you need to stop with stupid rules. That's basically what it ended. They're like, okay, just be nicer if you disagree. And I'm like, I can try.
I will say,
because the last time I got coaching, I just walked in there because I had sat down for like, it was maybe 3 minutes, but it was because a group of us just sat down. There was no chairs, so I just sat down on the floor. It was like, I just need to break my legs. I've been on my feet since 7:30, and it was probably about 7 p.m. at that point. And I'm just like, I just need to sit. So sit down, talk for a minute, got back up, started working again. Next day, one of the people that was sitting down texted me and was like, hey, we're going to get coaching for that. And I'm like, oh, that's stupid, but whatever. I walked in. They're like, all right, Anthony, we see you in the office. Okay. So I walked in. So I know what this is about. Can I get back to work? We're busy. You guys are just sitting here. I'm like, if you're willing to help, we can have this conversation a little bit longer. But if you're just going to sit in your ass, I'm going to go back out.
The irony in that, huh? The irony that they are sitting to coach you for sitting.
Yep.
See, I've had jobs, many jobs like that. When I worked at Waverly Walmart, I was helping somebody with something that had broken. I was trying to help. I was holding it so they could get hold of management. When management got there, she decided she was going to tell me to do my job. That this wasn't my job. I needed to go do my job. I was like, I'm just helping.
Right.
And then I said, so if
they
you look
expect
at,
you guys to get all that stuff done in a certain time, right?
yeah, that. But I was on maintenance. So I was cleaning the floors. I was sweeping. I just got done sweeping something. But somebody had. But like, if you ever look at the shelf, there's the board that's in the back is a peg.
Yeah.
So the peg board had fallen, and everything fell off the shelves. So he was like freaking out because he didn't know what to do. And he's like, "Well, I don't know where any of these went. I don't want to put them up there right now." She's like, "Well, Michael, you're going to have to remember." And I said, "Where do you can print them off in Mod Sheet? Mod Sheet tells him exactly where everything is."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Well, don't tell me how to do my job." I said, "Well, then don't fucking harass me for trying to help you."
Right.
Because this one should already yelled at me because it said I wasn't doing my job. So I said, "Well, don't fucking harass me for helping."
Right.
And then she goes, and then like she's like, "Did you say that?" I said, "Yeah, and I don't give a fuck. We can talk about it while you're working out." So I walked away. Later on, she pulled me in her office, and she's like, "Hey," she's like, "I didn't appreciate you using the F word on the floor because it was out in the system." She's like, "I didn't appreciate you using the F word in the system." I said, "Well, to be honest, I didn't appreciate you harassing me for trying to help somebody."
Yeah.
She's like, "All right, we can get out of this." I left. And there for a while, everybody called me the unfireable boy because they said that she had fired people for less. I told her straight to her face I did not care. But I've done that in a lot of jobs. I feel like jobs where people have an overcompensated dictation of
They tend to overreach.
of their expectations. I'm a strong believer in the term manager and supervisor.
Yeah.
A manager typically is the kind of person who is willing to jump in and help. A supervisor is somebody who is more likely like, you can get it done. And even if they see you struggling, the most they'll do is offer you a hand to help you get back to the surface so you can work harder to get out of the water. They're not helping you out of the water. They're not stopping you from drowning. They want their work to get done.
Yeah.
And where I'm
They don't
at
care
now,
who does it as long as it's not
yeah.
them.
Where I'm at now with the current management I have, I feel like if I have any pushback and I give them pushback, they 100% respect it. I've done it before. I've given pushback. We've had arguments before. We went back and forth, and they have. I feel like at the end of it, my management, where I'm at currently, have had the argument because I got in trouble one time because they said that I was standing around talking doing that, but I wasn't. The only time I had stood around and talked was somebody asked me if I could loan them $200 because their power was going to shut off. They hadn't got paid. So I said, "Sure, dude." I said, "Here's my cash app me $200."
Yeah.
And I handed him my phone, walked, and kept doing my job. That's the only time I stopped and talked. Other than that, I was telling them how many, was counting how many wheels we had in the facilities, was counting rows.
Yeah.
And we had to count how many was in each room. And I was telling this chick, she was from Italy, and she was there only for this event. And I was telling her, I was like, "Hey, 24 on this one. We should be up to 48. We should be up to 56. We should be up to." So I was giving the numbers where we're at with it. This is where we're at with it. 52. But I don't know. But that's what I was doing. So every time I'd come out of the aisle, I'd say 24, and then I'd tell 48, and we'd continue.
Right.
And then I'd go back into the aisle. The other dude was talking the whole time. I wasn't. And then we had a time where we had to have the reels pulled out because you had to pull them out of the forklift. They're 3 tons.
Mm-hmm.
It's rolls of toilet paper, but they're 3 tons rolls of two. I'm not moving by hand. It's a giant reel. Looks like a giant roll of toilet paper, and it is 3 tons. I'm not moving them. So when I was waiting for the forklift to come, when the forklift was coming, of course I sat there and talked to them because I can't physically do anything else. I'm not allowed to go to the next section until that section's done. So I had to wait at the end of the section. So I sat there waiting. And at the end, they had told me, they're like, "Hey, somebody said you were talking." I said, "Who was it?" I said, "I'm not going to tell you who it was." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Why didn't they address that to me and tell me to work? They don't need to go above me and tell people." And he's like, "Well," he's like, "Well, they just didn't know how you would take it." I said, "They didn't know how to take it because obviously they didn't see me talking. They see me talking, they know how to take it." I said, and I told him, we went back and forth for a minute, and then at the end of it, he's like, he goes, "I get that. It's more of a respect thing. That's what you feel is disrespected that they went above you and said something. Should have said it to you. I get it. And he goes, you weren't talking, then you weren't talking, whatever. But at the end of the day, just if you were talking, just don't, calm down or whatever. And he goes, so what we got from that was, I have told him that's not what was happening. Whatever, I explained everything that was happening, and then what we got from that was, now if I tell him I didn't do something, he doesn't. He like another time was I sat this reel down in paper in the pulp room, and when I sat it down, they said I sat it down on their scale and broke their scale. I did not. I know for sure I did not. And Eddie's like, hey, they said you broke it. They said you broke the scale. I didn't touch their scale. And then Eddie's like, all I need to hear. So since that day when me and him went back and forth arguing, he now, if I tell him I didn't do something, he's willing to go to bat for me and tell him that, hey, I didn't do that.
Right.
Figure it out. It's on you guys, not on us. Figure your shit out. Because my guy said he didn't do it, and I trust him. So it's like he may have gave me some sort of, but I gave him pushback, but he didn't yell about it, didn't argue or bitch, whine, complain about it. And what he took from that was, if I did something, I'll be honest about it. If I didn't do something, I will be honest about it. I did not do something.
Right.
So, and I think that right there is good because like he obviously, like when I do my end of the year, like end of the year audit thing or end of the year thing where they talk about like my performance, he's never like, you push back or nothing. We get everything. We tell you to do stuff, you get it done.
Yeah.
Simple as that. We tell you to do stuff, gets done. You bitch about it, jokingly bitch about it, whatever, gets done.
Yeah, my boss.
And he's like personally, I don't give a fuck. He said, if I tell you to do something, and you bitch about doing it, you'll do it the whole time. He's like, you'll bitch about doing it the whole time while you're doing it, and you'll still get it done. Then you'll bitch about doing it, but it's done.
Yeah.
He's like, so what am I going to do, bitch? For completing a task, I tell you to complete.
I do the same thing, and every year it's like, well, you just need to do what we tell you to do. I said I always do it. I'm doing it while I'm jokingly complaining about it. I don't care. Like, I'm getting paid to do this job. If that's what you want me to do, that's what you want me to do. You want me to sit there on my fucking hands and knees and scrub the fucking floor instead of counting pills and waiting on patients. I'll do that, but don't expect me to do both.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, and I don't know, like, because my management's talked about it before. Even with me around, they talked about it and they joked about it. And they're like, man, we really want to yell at Daddy and tell him to get stuff done, but it all gets done, so it doesn't matter. But then Eddie's really Eddie French and Garner, which are my three managers that I primarily answer to. They're really big about do stuff and then bullshit for the rest of the day. Get it done and then bullshit.
That's how I want everything done. So at the end of my day, I can just.
I'm really good about bullshitting and then just getting everything done. Like, and everything they've ever asked me to do, I get done. No questions asked. No issues. No. And my thing is, they all leave. They all leave at 3. I have 4 hours after they leave to just myself.
Yeah.
I'll just get it done in 4 hours by myself because there's people there and I can talk to people when they're there. Can't talk to them when they're gone. I can call them. But here, I mean, not all the time. It's just, it was a running joke for a while that I didn't do anything till 3 p.m. Because everyone joked about it. They're like, man, he gets paid to sit around and not do anything for the first 8 hours of a shift. And then whenever somebody says that, like somebody said it before, like, Daddy doesn't do anything for the first 8 hours. We come in and whatever we told him to get done, it's done the next day. So if he does it in 4 hours or he does it in 1 hour, it's whatever, it's done. It's completed.
I became a real pro at looking busy when there's nothing else to do. Because they're like, oh, you gotta stay busy. You gotta stay busy. There's nothing for me to do. There's nothing for me to do. I sat there one day just to prove a point. I told everybody but management what I was doing. Just the first row of shelves. Every time they walked by, I was just moving a bottle here and there. I was front facing the shelves, bringing everything to the front, making sure everything was outdated. If it was outdated, it was pulled. And the same row the whole time. They're like, man, Anthony, you've done a great job today. You've been on it. And I'm just like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's
what they didn't know is I was listening to my book in my ear. I just made sure it was the opposite ear facing them because I was done with my work for the day. There was nothing else for me to do, and we were doing our inventory.
I mean, I don't know.
But you got a bigger area. I got a smaller area.
Yeah, you got
like they're on my ass.
You got a room. I've got what feels like a goddamn mile.
You don't warehouse.
We got 2 warehouses now. Our second warehouse is built. It's full. So we've been doing 2. We have 2 warehouses now, technically. But we got our own bathroom now. It's got AC in it, so that's kind of dope. We used to, because the area I work, the company I work for, it was supposed to be completely ran by machines.
Mm-hmm.
There's supposed to be one person there when the machine stopped to fix them and go back, just sit on his ass and do nothing all day.
Yeah.
His job was literally to sit on his ass, an elephant alarm out, reset it, send it on its way, and sit back on his ass. That's what his job was. Well, they built our warehouse. They built the first warehouse we had too small, so the elephants couldn't. The elephants would fill the warehouse, and then they would have the person that was in there would have to. They would have like 6 rows set up, and they would have to clear those 6 rows because the elephants could not keep up with both. So they just pulled off paper. And then they got to the point where now they've been delivering to the lines and whatnot. And they're wanting to go back to this. They've delivered all the lines thing, but we know it's not going to work. But because now they've expanded the warehouse, added more things for them to do, and added 2 more and said that's enough. When 4 couldn't do it before.
Yeah.
6 somehow supposed to keep up with the miles worth of stuff. So there was no break room. There was no bathroom. There was no office down there because there was only supposed to be one person in that chair.
Right.
So they didn't give a shit. Well, since there's 2 people on shift. There's 3 dock workers at all times. There's 2 members of management and a floating manager that moves between places. Now they need to have a break room. Now they need to have a bathroom because we don't have a bathroom. We have to travel to other locations to use the bathroom. We're going to break. So they decided, well, we're going to expand the warehouse and we're going to go ahead and make a break room. So our break room's not done. Well, not done. It's started. They don't have tables and stuff in there. We have our fridge. Because we used to not have a fridge, so you couldn't really pack your lunch. We used to not have like a microwave. And if you did, you had to leave it in like other people's fridges, so other buildings' fridges.
Yeah.
And you could go down there and if somebody stole it, it's gone.
Right.
But we weren't allowed to bring in. We weren't allowed to have a mini fridge. We weren't allowed to have like any kind of thing to refrigerate our food other than like a lunchbox.
Yeah.
We're there for 12 hours. So
It's
your
not
lunchbox is not going to hold for 12 hours. So you'd have to eat your lunch at like 4 hour mark every day. You got to go 8 hours of work and then have no food. You know what I mean? So we finally got our break room. We got our fridge in there and our microwave in there. So that's pretty good. We have a full fridge. We're supposed to be putting our chairs and stuff in there. They gave us a men's room and a women's restroom. We have no woman that works in our warehouse, so that is deemed the second man's room. We have one woman that will be in our warehouse, but she is one of the floating managers. So when I say floating managers, we have a manager that's considered. We have our supervisor, a coordinator, and a lead. Yeah. Our lead is in control, or he is when the other managers are gone. The lead is in charge of filling in for A, filling in for F, G, or D. He's in charge of 4 different warehouses technically, but he answers to the management. But if somebody needs help in one of those warehouses, he goes to it. So he's technically a manager. He's paid more. And if the manager's not there, he tells us what to do. We listen, which is actually a really good buddy of mine. But he's in charge of that, and so when we do that, whatever. So we have one woman who does that. That's it. That's the only woman we have. She used to work in our warehouse, but she doesn't work in our warehouse anymore. But she's just the lead. So we have one woman that will be using this woman's room, and that is 1/4 of the time.
So we know who to blame if women's restrooms.
Yeah, the dudes. because like I said, there's already people that said they refuse to take a shit in the men's room because the woman's restroom is theirs. It's really funny because everyone says they're just going to use the women's restroom. I use the women's restroom. Whatever. I mean, but also down in A's got like warehouse A has a bathroom, has a women's restroom. There's no woman that works in A, so people will deem that as their bathroom. Then just have fucking because it's only got one. The women's restroom's got 2 stalls. The men's room's got 1 stall. And a urinal. Yeah, 2 people got to take a shit at the same time, so it's got to be the women's restroom. They're like fucking it. She's an infant. But
no, I don't blame.
I don't either. I mean, I don't give a fuck. But it's just funny. We haven't even got all the way down. And it's got, so we used to have to use paper in those bathrooms. And my company I work for is an Italian-based company. and they don't believe you should shit on the clock, let alone shit in comfort. So the bathrooms during the summer, the heat is cranked so that you're shitting and you just want to get out of there as fast as possible to go back to the. It's a strategy. Ours has its own thermostat, and it is at 67 degrees at all times. So we go in there and shit in absolute comfort. Sometimes it might be a little too cold. So,
That's great.
yeah, we set ours for 67 degrees.
So we've got,
That is the lowest it'll get.
when you walk out of the pharmacy, we've got 2 bathrooms on the side for like the lobby area. Then we've got 2 bathrooms in the back for if you're like, being seen as a patient. And then we've got 2 more bathrooms behind a locked door that you got to badge in to get to. Those are the only 2 bathrooms I'll use. I refuse to use the peasant's bathroom.
Peasant's bathroom.
Yeah, that's what I call it, the peasant's bathroom. Because you find all kinds of weird shit.
Oh, I'd imagine.
As it's a freaking hospital, and people are gross. So it's like, I do not use.
You want to see worse
room.
bathrooms? Go work at Walmart. Clean bathrooms at Walmart, dude. I seen a pregnancy test sitting on literally sitting on the fucking toilet.
In the men's room.
Yeah, the women's restroom.
Oh,
Would have been funnier if it was in the men's. But it was in the women's restroom. Thank God she wasn't pregnant. I'll tell you. And it was a stolen pregnancy test.
yeah.
It was just a box ripped open. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we found those all the time.
She stole
CVS.
it. She stole it and pissed on it. And then she's like, oh, thank God I'm not pregnant. And thank God, because you just stole a $1 pregnancy test to take it.
So
Thank
I
God.
remember working at CVS. I had the lady come in, and I was watching her because I was pretty damn positive she was stealing shit. But the bathrooms didn't have the locks on them. I might have followed her in there. So she had something. I couldn't see what it was. It turned out to be a pregnancy test. She'd fucking pissed on it. Waited for the results, and then came up to the front. She actually paid for it. But I was just like, I'm not touching that. Do not put that on my counter.
I fully expected that story was she took it to the bathroom, pissed on it, and then put it back on the shelf.
I'm pretty sure we've had that happen a couple times. Because I had someone bring one up to me, like, after they had left with it, come back. Like, it had, like, a negative mark on it. I'm like, so I've never used a pregnancy test, so I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be, but...
Got a musky smell.
Yeah, I'm like,
Just parking lot piss? Did you piss on us in the parking lot? You know we have bathrooms, right?
I'm just like, take that outside, throw it away, and go get you another one. I'm not about to fuck with it.
I'll tell you what, dude. We had there was a dude I worked with when I worked at Walmart. There was somebody told me they came up to me. I was coming back from break. He goes, "Hey, over there by the arm press thing, the blood pressure thing, the blood pressure machine."
Yeah.
He goes, "There's a used condom." And I said, "Thank God." He said, "There's a used condom." I said, "Yeah, because they were smart enough to use a condom. We don't have to worry about that dumbass baby being walking around the store in a couple months." I said, "Thank God someone told him to use a fucking condom." I told somebody, I said, "Hey,
fuck."
I said, "Hey, there's a." I was like, "Hey, there's a used condom." I'll go get it. Walked over there, barehanded. There's a barehanded used condom.
Nah, couldn't be me.
This is good.
I had someone throw up in our restroom at CVS, and I'm like, I'm not cleaning that. They're like, you have to. But I'm like, fuck you, that's bodily fluid. I'm not touching a damn inch of that thing. I said, I managed to gingerly step my way through to get my shit out of the break room and step my way back. Just making sure I didn't get anything on me. Because they didn't make it, because the bathrooms were right there. They fucking projectile vomited in the hallway. So, grabbed my stuff. Like, what are you gonna do? I said, I told management and I put a fucking do not open sign on this. Said, that ain't my problem. Said, I'm not here the next 2 days. I don't care anymore.
Most
They call
places,
it hazmat for that.
most places, it's not your problem. Most places, if it's piss, shit, blood, or vomit, that is a manager has to, because it is considered bodily.
My manager was a piece of shit at the time.
Yeah, I had a.
He's the one that tried to fight in the parking lot. He, just being a real asshole. And
We gotta really have to power through that straw to get one fucking sip.
but he was on a power trip, came in yelling at everybody. Apparently, when he had called the office earlier that day, telling everybody what he wanted them to do, I thought the phone was on mute, which I didn't really know. But I jokingly said, "Well, if we're doing all this, what's he gonna do? He's gonna be bored." and we got everything done. By the time he shows up at like 4 p.m. to stay for an hour, he comes in, calls all supervisors to the office, starts yelling at everybody, doesn't make eye contact with me, doesn't look at me at all through the whole thing. And I'm like, this is weird. I kept going, kept going, kept going. I said, hey, buddy, whatever you got to say, say it. Say it to who you want to say it to. This is a safe place. And he was like, well, I have a problem with what you said earlier. I said, which one? He's like, what do you mean? I said, well, I called you lazy, fat slob, piece of shit, fucking stupidest manager we've ever had. Hope you get fired. Which one?
Which statement?
He was like, I didn't know about most of those. I said, but I'm not going to do any. I don't do anything. I said, oh, that's because you don't. And he tried to puff up his chest. He was like 6'4".
You should have
He was
hit
a big
with
fucking dude.
I didn't like when you said I don't do anything. You should. Oh, so you didn't like when I told the truth.
Yeah.
The truth part. The other things were opinions. This was a fact.
Right.
You're mad about the fact I provided. It's weird. Thank you.
But he was puffing up his chest. And like you heard the air leave the room and everyone just kind of gasped. And I just stood up and was like, I mean, if you have a problem with me, I'm like, we can take this outside. I said, you want to be all big and bad, run your mouth here. I said, let's go outside where there's no cameras. I said, I will fuck you up.
I
And
fucking suplex you, you son of a bitch.
he dismissed everybody. And he was like, let's go outside. I said, fuck yeah. So I grabbed a cigarette, put it in my mouth because I smoked at the time. And was like, I'm going on break. Just said it like that. Just because I didn't know if the cameras picked up voices and if the ambulance showed up. I wanted them to know that I just went on break. And I walked in front of him. He came out. I turned around. I turned around, set my cigarette down on the brick. And I was like, let's fucking do this. He's like, oh no, I just wanted to talk. And I'm like, you fucking pussy. So I lit up my cigarette. I just walked in my car. I'm like, I ain't got nothing to say to you.
You about to talk to these first.
Well, he seemed like the type he wanted to run his mouth, act all big and bad. He had a suit.
Yeah.
I didn't have any money.
He had got that half-smoked cigarette by the end of the goddamn day.
Although I don't know how much you can pay on a corpse.
Yeah.
Well, I guess his family. I don't know. His brother didn't like him either. He didn't have any wife or children.
When I worked at Menards, I had a so have in mind when we
Fuck this slide up. You go ahead. I'm just figuring out what's going on.
when we worked at Menards, so there was this guest that came in. They call them guests. They don't call them customers or clients. Or guests. There's this guest that came in, and he said, so I had just got off lunch, right? And I was walking outside, and there was there's this guest who's right there doing what we call the 8-foot wall, which is just where the infantry number was.
Yeah.
And I walked up and said, hey, buddy, you need any help? He goes, nope, it's my last floor. And I said, oh, looks like I got a perfect timing. And he goes, clearly a joke. Where I offered to help the guy, so why would I want to be out if not helping?
Right.
And the guy's like, I load all these by myself. And I said, oh. I said, did you tell anybody you needed help? He said, no. I said, did you go through the guard check and tell them you needed help? He said, no. I said, did you drive in that warehouse in there where the other two guys are? He said, no. I said, I have a question to ask you. How would anybody know that you're here if you didn't tell anybody you needed help or no one else seen you? He said, you should have known I was not here. This was to just teleport where work is? Or? And he's like, no, they should have asked. I said, well, whatever. And then the next day, the same guy came in. He was going to the 10-foot. There's a 10-foot corner where there's 10-foot treated, 10-foot treated 2x4 resistant again, and or 10-foot thick decking.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I was helping a guest. I was walking over, but she offered to give me a ride, but I was supposed to take rides until all over. So I had her paper in my hand. I was walking to meet her because she had a load. She needed stone. This guy's like, "Hey, where's the 10-foot thick deck?" I said, "It's down here, right around this corner." They said, "Okay." Drove off. He didn't tell me he needed help. He didn't ask for help. I didn't have a radio, so I couldn't radio for help.
Yeah.
I was already helping somebody, so I didn't help him. So I walked over there and helped her. And when I went over there and helped her, she's like, "Wow." She's talking to me and my buddy Devin. She said, "Wow, you guys really helped me out a lot. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to put down that you guys did a great job, and I'm going to try to get you guys, tell them, like, put you guys down that you guys did a fantastic job helping." Devin didn't do anything. He was sitting there talking to me while I did and stuff. But whatever, I'm cool with Devin. Give him credit for doing that. That's fine. I like Devin. So I'm like, all right. So then we get this radio. And over the radio, we hear our store manager. He goes, "Hey, I want everybody in the outside yard to meet up here by receiving doors." So we go over there. I'm standing there. And he just keeps staring at me. Staring at me. And then I'm like, "What's up, man?" And he goes, "I got a fucking problem with you." And I said, "I do." He said, "There's a man in here yesterday. He's getting 8 foot thick, Jackie." And he said, "You directly, he described you. I said that you didn't help him." I said, "Was it a border guy?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, I just got back from lunch. I walked out there, he had one board in his hand." He said that was his last board. I said, "Do you want me to help him while I was on lunch?" "How would I have helped him? I would have never known he was there."
Yeah.
I said, "He didn't ask for help, so no one knew he was there." And he goes, "Well, you might have been getting off lunch yesterday, but what about today?" I said, "Today, when he drove up to me and asked me where something was, and then proceeded to not tell me he needed help, I was already in the process of helping somebody, Chris. I just got done helping. If you need me to, I can flag her down and she'll go ahead and let you know." She was over there still strapping her stuff down if you want to go ahead and talk to her about it. He goes, "Do you know how old that guy was?" I said, "No, Chris, I don't know how old that guy was." He's like, "You didn't ask him?" I said, "No. I didn't help him. So why would I ask the guy? I don't walk up to random people and ask them how old they are." He's like, "So why didn't you help him?" I said, "Well, I assume he didn't need help because he didn't ask for help."
Yeah.
And then he's like, "So you assumed?" I said, "Yeah, I assumed he didn't need help." I said, "Besides, I was already helping somebody, man. I think we're missing that point." And then he goes, "You know how old he was?" I said, "No, Chris, I didn't help the guy, so I didn't ask him how old he was." He goes, "You can't assume his age." I said, "Chris, am I being in trouble for assuming or not assuming? Like, what am I being yelled at for?
Right.
Not helping the guy? He obviously did it himself, so he didn't need help. And if he did need help, he should have asked somebody for help. And who he shouldn't have asked for help was one person out here that was fucking helping somebody. I said, everybody else was in the fucking warehouse doing nothing. He drove up to me and asked me where something was. And then when I proceeded to tell him, he proceeded to speed off past me, almost running my fucking foot over. So, no, I didn't help the guy. And he's like standing behind my department manager, standing behind me like he was going to come at me and try to fist fight. Because I did not help someone. That I was already in the process of helping someone else. No. What the fuck, dude? I said again, the dude didn't even ask for people for help. He didn't even ask me for help. He just drove away. So he was like pissed at me, just screaming at me. Like out in front of everybody, just screaming at me. And I'm just chilling there, just talking to the dude. I don't know what the fuck you want from me.
Right.
I said, I'm glad the guy described me by name, but I didn't. That's awesome. Because I didn't help him. So. Does he know how old I am? No, we didn't talk. So no, because the only time we didn't talk, this guy was being a dickhead. So no, I know nothing about the guy. I do know this: he loaded all of his boards by his fucking self. Huh? Seems like I know a lot more about him than he does about me. Right. I know he needed 8-foot lumber and 10-foot lumber, and he loaded them bitches by himself. Fuck that guy.
It should have been like, well, I think he's over there if you want to help him.
No, he already left because he already complained. But I was like, hey Chris, next time he comes in, buddy, I'll get you.
Yeah.
Tag your ass in. I'll get you taken care of. But he just like yelled at me, and he wasn't originally when he came outside, he wasn't even going to yell at me. He was going to yell at somebody else for doing something they weren't supposed to. Then he decided to yell at me, but that's what I was talking about. Like I don't really do pushback. Like I don't anymore. But back then I was like, you're yelling at me, and you're yelling at me, and you don't even know what happened. You didn't ask me what happened. You didn't see. You didn't want to hear there was another side. It was his side, and he's right. He's right. He's right. He's right. There was no. Now tell me what happened.
Yeah,
Okay.
that customer's always right mentality
Yeah,
is bullshit.
it's
Customer's always fucking retarded until figured out otherwise.
it's not anything more, or anything less. He did not ask me what happened. He didn't ask anybody else what happened. He just wanted to yell at me.
Yeah.
He already came out prepared to scream and yell. And I was like, that's fine. Let's do it. Yeah, fine. Yell at me. I don't need to yell back, but I'll get my point across.
I mean, if it tells you anything, so, like with the customer's always right mentality, I figure I'll explain this for the audience, where I think the customer's always retarded until proven otherwise. For suppositories, y'all know what a fucking suppository is? You shove it up the pill up your ass. We have to write like in the directions, unwrap and insert rectally. We have to put unwrap because some people are too fucking stupid to unwrap the damn thing if not told.
Unwrap it before you tap it.
Yeah. But like, and I'm just like, these are the people that are always right. They're not always right.
You know, dude. They're taking that bitch, they're putting that, shoving that pill in their ass all wrapped up like a sick ass burrito.
I know, because we had somebody come in because someone gave them the benefit of the doubt and just put insert one tablet rectally or one suppository rectally. They came in for anal bleeding because they didn't take the foil off of it first.
Oh.
I'm just like, I mean, my point kind of speaks for itself. I think we should probably remove a few warning labels and just see what happens.
That's interesting, though.
Like, if you don't know how to use something or don't know,
wean out the weak ones. I'll tell you that.
right? But I mean, it just goes back to your point. If you don't ask for help or you don't try and understand the process, how do you know? If you just want to argue. If you just want to argue or yell like that guy. He didn't ask for help. He didn't see anybody in the lumberyard to ask for help. Didn't go seek anyone to ask for help. Didn't stop at the guard station where there's, I'm assuming somebody's always there when I go.
Yeah.
And ask, like, hey, I'm getting this. Can you send somebody over to help? It's that simple. Like,
yeah.
Hey, I'm looking for this. Will you send someone out to help?
I mean, I'm not out here. It's not you're out here solving the fucking. You're not trying to solve world hunger, man. You're trying to get some help with some fucking 2x4s. If you don't ask somebody for help, how the fuck can you just assume help's going to appear?
Yeah,
like if you're thirsty and you want water, and you have no means to get it, you know someone else does. You don't just assume they know you want water.
Right.
You say, "Hey, can you give me some water?" And they get you water.
Right.
That's how that works. You don't just you cannot just will something to exist.
Right.
That's what this guy was trying to do. Was trying to will workers somehow, hoping someone would stumble by and go, "Oh, what's up?"
Back in his day.
Yeah. Back in his day, they had to walk 10 miles and load that shit by hands. It's weird, because now in my day, you're asking me for help. Sounds like your day sucked.
My favorite thing is the definition of quiet quitting. It's just doing your job. Like the job you're getting paid to do, just doing your job. That's quiet quitting. I call that the job I'm paid to do.
Yeah, we had this lady always come in. She'd come in pretty much at the end of the shift every single night, and she would always ask, like, when you'd get her wood, because she was an older lady, so she was not going to load it. She always asked for help. So when you'd get there, when you'd get a board for her, she'd be like, "Does that board look okay? Like, I need it to be straight. I need it to be clean. I need it to look good."
Yeah.
And because she's like, "Because it's going to be seen." Fine, cool. If it's not going to be seen, it doesn't really matter. If you're in rougher shape, whatever.
Right, as long as it's not bowed all the hell.
Yeah, people. And even some people like construction workers and stuff don't care if they're bowed because they can get it out. They can get the bow out. They don't care as long as it's not this. As long as it's bowed like this, not like this. Because if it's like this bowed, like the sides of the board is bowed instead of the arc,
right? That's
harder to get out. So, but my buddy Devin fucking hated it. Like she'd come in this guy came in and got a deck package at we closed at 9. He came in at 8:50. And wanted a deck package, which is like 400 points. So I was helping him get this deck package, and then Devin comes up and tells, "Hey, that lady's here." I said, what? And he goes, that lady's here. I fucking can't stand her. He's like, I'll trade you. I'll do the deck package if you help her. And I said, Devin, you know she doesn't have very much. She doesn't give very much lumber. Like, she doesn't give very much lumber when she's here. I said, whatever. I said, cool. I said, well, I'll go help her. And then I said, I'm going to go help her. And then I'm going to have to come back and help you with the deck package anyway. You weren't helping me. Shit. And he's like, well, I'll tell you what. Just do it and then start cleaning it up. He's like, you don't even have to help me. Just help her and start cleaning it up. I said, all right. So I go over there and I was like, how can I help you? Whatever. And she gives her a paper. She had 4 boards. Devin didn't want to help her. So I helped her. And then I went and started cleaning everything up. And then Devin loaded that guy's deck package. Devin was so pissed. But I was like, dude. So whatever. Like, but she asked for help. So she got help.
Right.
One day I was sitting there and I was walking and I had my hood up because I was wearing a hoodie because it was like fall. So I had my hood up and she's like, hey, sir. And I was like, yeah, what's up? She's like, can you take your hood down? Sure. So I took my hood down. She's like, thank God. She's like, you're the one my sister sent me in here to see. She said, you always help her and you always give her the best wood. You always seem to help her out. She told me to come in here and only look for you and no one else. And I was like, she said to look for me? And she's like, yeah, she said she didn't know your name, but she knew that you had that you always had your hair in a bun and you had long red hair. She's like, so I came in here to look for you. I only need 3 boards, but I was just told not to look for you. And I was like, I was like, all right, yeah, no problem. So I helped her. I had no problem. I didn't have it. I don't. But Devin always got pissed because he didn't want to help her. But it's like, Devin, that's our fucking job.
Right.
Dude. Our job isn't to give people fucked up lumber. It was to give them good lumber. So I don't understand why we're so pissed off anyway. We just got so pissed off because she's like, does that board look good? And she's only asking that because she wants reassurance that when she takes it there, she's like, I was told everything was good.
Right. She wants an extra set of eyes.
Yeah, she doesn't know what she's looking for. She just knows that she was sent there by her contractor and said, hey, I need a couple pieces of wood, go get this wood. So she's like, would that be good for this? Does that look good if there was a finished piece on the outside? Because if not, I need it to look like that.
Yeah.
She's just reassuring you what she is looking for.
Right.
Which is part of the fucking job.
She doesn't want to have to make the extra trip to get
like,
the
oh,
good
this
wood.
this didn't work. We needed it to be better.
Right.
She's wanting to not do that. She's wanting you to not have to do your job twice. She's wanting you to do your job one time effectively.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, I had this one couple come in too. They were from Point Pleasant, West Virginia, right there where Mouthman shit is.
Yeah.
They came in. They'd come in every single time and they'd ask for me. They'd ask for me by name, but they loved me. They ended up towards the end of my time at Menards. They built a Menards very in between Point Pleasant and Chillicothe. And they refused to go to that one, would only drive to that one because I would help them. So
did you at least let them know when you were gone?
I told them I was quitting. But they told me straight out, like right there towards the end too, because I was talking about because they told me where they lived or whatever. Well, the sheet it says, but I didn't want to be like, oh, I know where you live.
Right.
But basically like doctors and shit, patient client confidentiality. Doctor patient confidentiality. It's kind of the same thing. I'm not. If there's a hot chick, I'm not gonna take her fucking phone number. It's fucked.
We had a nurse do that.
You're not supposed to.
She texted the motherfucker and was like, hey, I think you're hot.
Yeah,
I was your nurse today. And he's like, what the fuck? How did you get my number? She's like, oh, I just pulled it off your chart. He fucking called and complained. Like, there was a big corporate thing.
Yeah,
she got
get you in
fucking
I'll get you in trouble because you can't get shit. That's violation of HIPAA. That's obviously the lumber yard's a little different. It's not violation of HIPAA out there, but it's HIPAA.
Right, but that's just like, you have the decency in a lumber yard not to be like, oh, I see you're coming from Point Pleasant. That's weird. Versus this chick just thought this dude was hot and like decided to fucking text him.
But they told me because I was like, where are you guys from? They said Point Pleasant, West Virginia. And I said, oh. I said Mothman. I said, hey, that's where the Mothman's from, right? They said, yeah. They said there was that Mothman festival. They said, man, it is insane. And I was like, yeah. So I always wanted to go to that. Obviously, I would imagine that this has not been extended since I hadn't seen them in 5-6 years. But when I was there, they were like, hey man, if you ever go down there, give us a call. They actually had to give me their business card. He said, give me a call. He said, we got a spare bedroom. I said, if you
do you still have it?
No, I don't.
Damn.
But they said,
I was gonna say, let's ask right now.
Yeah, they said, hey, if you're ever in town and you're here to see the Mothman thing and you're here for the weekend or whatever, we got a spare bedroom. You come stay with us rather than.
That'd be a good segment. just call people that said, "Hey, hit us up, whatever,"
Yeah.
and just like, "Hey, I'm on my way." Does that offer still stand?
But like that, there's like a couple. They said that he worked in the Sun. They said they like coming to me because I helped them every time.
Yeah.
And I didn't complain. I didn't whine whenever if he didn't like a award or whatever. Because like I said, it's our job, whatever.
Right.
But they also said that I reminded him a lot of his son because I didn't bitch or complain about having to help him or having to help anybody else. I've never seen me bitch or complain about helping somebody who just helped them. And they said that I reminded him a lot of their son, and that's why they always came to me, because I reminded him a lot of his son. But it was funny enough, his son's name is Brandon.
Yeah.
My brother's name. So it's like, what the fuck? What are the odds?
Are they the same person?
Maybe Brandon's got a couple.
Actually, no. Brandon always complains.
Yeah, fair. Got multiple personalities too, so
Right.
maybe it's one of us doesn't complain.
He has a personality.
Ooh, I was going to ask you. This is right down your alley, 100%.
Yeah.
Have you seen the previous Toxic Avenger?
I've seen a little bit from it.
Bro, what? That is down your alley. It's like a superhero movie.
Is it
all gore?
Is it released?
Not yet.
I mean,
it's all gore, dude.
Let's go watch it.
He just melts people.
When's
Down
it?
to nothing. When does it come?
I'm literally sitting in front of a computer.
Well, I have a computer.
Hey, you finally remembered.
Toxic Avenger 2020. It is out. I did not know it was out. It came out in 2023.
Really?
Had a 92% on Rotten Tomato. Yeah.
Maybe that is the next movie.
It says it came out in 2023, but it also says right here that that the Toxic Avenger exclusive Red Band trailer came out in 2025.
I see the Toxic Avenger official UK trailer 2025.
What the fuck?
Okay, this is giving me all kinds of mixed.
Me too. It's got Peter Dinklage in it, because he's the one that plays the Toxic Avenger.
Yeah.
And this one says 2023. Yeah. What the fuck? I don't know.
Maybe it was like a shorter film first.
Hour 42 minutes.
It's weird.
Plus, it's like this. No, it's not the second one. Or maybe it just got released in
Maybe.
the UK. No, it just got released in the United States. It came out in 2023 in the Fantastic Feast. Or Fantastic Fest.
Okay.
September 21st, 2023, Fantastic Fest. It has not came out yet in the United States. It comes out August 29th of 2025.
The ongoing difficulties in securing a distributor. It has been described as unreleasable due to its gore and graphic content.
Right on your alley, doesn't it?
I'm in.
It literally says, set in a fantasy world following janitor Winston Goose, who, after a freak accident, transformed into a mutant variant known as Toxie. Armed with his mop and the unlikely hero battles freak gangsters and corrupt CEOs while trying to save his relationship with his son. You'd have to watch the trailer. It's worth watching. I seen the trailer and I was like, that's Anthony.
Imagine being able to build anything for any reason.
Should I watch it tonight? Or did you play it?
I'm gonna mute that ad.
Armed political extremists have taken hostages downtown. Somebody do something!
Wait, stop! We'll get to all that. Just relax, okay? We lost Shelley a year ago. These days, being a kid.
Looks great.
That's just right off the black part. That part's pretty good.
Now give it back.
I don't want to hurt him.
Why don't you do anything?
Sometimes it's better to do nothing. It's going good. You're saying that this corporation
Can you verify our 3 studio?
knowingly poisoned its own customers just to boost their own profit margins? Something nuts.
Okay, summoning the nuts.
I didn't want any of this. I'm a monster. You're not a monster. Show him your good heart. Involved. Sometimes you gotta do something. Fuck are you? Just some dude with a feel to be a hero. A simple moment. Do you realize what's at stake here? Find him, bring him here.
Man's got Frodo.
That was just self-defense. You haven't killed anyone else, have you?
See, when you say self-defense, it's an ugly son of a bitch, though. That's all it is. The Toxic Avenger.
That's what the kids are calling him. I think it's swell.
Oh shit! August 29th. Hell yeah!
Yeah. Shit. Oh no, it will come out in theaters.
Yeah.
August 29th.
You work 29th?
I think I did. 30.
It's weird that you're off the 30th. Or did you count the days wrong?
I definitely counted the days wrong.
Oh shit!
Oh, well, it's not the 30th. I definitely requested. I definitely looked at it wrong because I'm off the first and the second.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually don't even know if I can. It's off. Oh, I will. I don't give a fuck. Let's see. I'll do it right now. Just get it out. How did I look at that wrong? It's so wrong.
Because that's what I was like. The August 30th, like so the first week, like Labor Day is Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
That's why I assumed you were just off because Labor Day
No.
weekend. Maybe they gave you the extended.
No, sir. I'm off the first. I was yelling at Rain about it.
Well, shit.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll request it off. I'll tell you that. I have to have it off.
Yeah, just let them know. That's what I do when I put a request in for a day off. That's just their no warning that I'm not going to be there that day.
I'll put in for that end of the 31st. What? No.
You're putting it in now.
What do you mean?
And that's how we get things done.
Oh no, that's telling me I can't request it off.
Why not?
It says that the data range and exclusions selected result in no valid days for. Oh, maybe it's. That's this. I was like, what the fuck? What is it? Yes, cancel. Have to see where my hours are. Should be there. Maybe let's take off, bitch. Oh. question. I think I fucking fucked that up so bad.
Because I looked at it, I'm like, it's weird that you're off that. Because we work opposite weekends. Which is why we've been doing this for the week. Didn't even say bye. What a jerk.
Oops.
You know it would be so much quicker if you didn't capitalize every other word.
Yeah. On the same speed nowadays.
Well, we've been going for about an hour and 10 minutes now.
Yeah. I just have to call off those days.
That'd be alright.
I have days I can call off.
Renaissance fairs.
It's just
It's more important.
Yeah, to me.
Get mead and big ass turkey legs.
That's where I'm at with it.
Alright. So we've been to a podcast.
Oh, yeah, well, this has been rambling. This has been random shit. You guys seen us watch the trailer? You guys watched us or listened to us watch the trailer of Toxic Avenger?
Yeah, I don't know about copyright things, so definitely not going to put it up on screen because I don't know shit about editing. Y'all are lucky this even gets posted.
Other than that, we will be back on our. We'll have our movie review next Wednesday.
Yep.
Not this coming up Wednesday, but the one after that.
Yep.
I think maybe the next rambling session we do, next Monday rambling session we do, we'll probably I don't know, paint minis or something.
Yeah, we can bring in a bigger table and paint on it. Or we can set it up in the kitchen
build,
probably
yeah.
too.
Or build shit or whatever. We can.
Yeah. I'm still waiting on the new Combat Patrol to come out, so once that drops I'll have more to build. I'm currently actually caught up.
I don't think I have anything left to build.
No, I'm actually caught up for
I think
once.
I'm
Sweet.
I think the only thing I had left to build was those 4 little cruiser things.
Yeah.
My house.
Yeah. I'll con Jared into buying my Casodes off me. And then he can paint those.
Yeah, I can still paint them. I have to paint them. I for sure have to paint because that whole
Same.
thing needs to be painted. I think I'm going to do the red and white that they already are, but I think I might try to make them look more rustic.
2 out of 10 units painted.
So I have every unit painted. Except for the combat patrol.
Then you don't have every unit painted.
All yours look the same. All of mine are different units. I have 4 different units. Actually, no, I don't have them all painted. Anyway, I was thinking I had the Sisters of Blood painted.
Battle. Sisters of Battle.
So what those Sisters of Blood?
Nope.
Oh, Sisters of Battle.
Yeah, they're Sisters of Battle. They're the Adeptus Sororitas.
Yeah, I don't have them painted. But they're not part of my army even. But
yeah. Have we ever ran down our armies?
army podcast.
Yeah.
So
So I currently have 2,000 points. Well, almost 2,000. Just about 2,000 points of Space Marines. I'm going Iron Hands because I like the Super Depression and all the cybernetic augmentation. They're just my favorite chapter. I like them and Salamanders, mainly because they coincide really well after all their lore and shit. And then I've got Custodies, which I'm trying to sell to Jared. Mainly get more money to buy more Space Marines. And then I've got Orcs. And my oldest has a kill team of my Poxwalkers, the Death Guard. See, Papa Nurgle shit. Girlfriend has Necrons and Kari.
I have
And I've got a kill team of
I have.
Adeptus
What is it? I
Meltar.
can't even think of the word. I can't think of it.
Eldari.
Yeah, the Aldari. I have different. I don't know the collectively the Aldari. They're different assorted groups. There's the dire. I have the. I don't have the dire wolves. What is the dire wolves? You have the dire wolves. I think it's the dire wolves. What was it? Dire wolves or something. I know I have the jesters, the Harlequins. I know I have.
They're all Eldari.
Yeah, no, but there's like run factions. But I have the Aldari, and then I have what are the sisters? What are the sisters of battle?
The Sisters of Battle.
Like the sisters of battle.
Yeah, they're the Adeptus Sororitas. They are the fucking ungodly dedicated to the Emperor and the Empire. And they like to cleanse heretics and Xenos scum with fire.
Yeah, they're pretty wild. They got some cool oops, that's not, they're pretty. I have the searching
Talk about like different like
different little factions.
okay.
I don't know why it's not. It's too
Oh, so you're combining the different like the sex of the different authority
yeah, but I can't
into like one army is your
Those are
thing.
very sick. The Howling Banshees.
I'm keeping my Space Marines. Although I might do I can't remember what they're called. They're a Iron Hand or a Imperial Fist subchapter as one of my dreadnoughts because in some of the war, Iron Hand stole dreadnought from them.
Mine are
Put one
just
of their guys
mine are
in and
kind
then
of just
didn't need it.
mine are just kind of just different combinations of the Aldari together. But I'm not fine.
He likes the chaos of it.
I
But
like
the uniformity.
I like making mine like a lot look a lot like mercenaries all coming together as a collective unit. I'm trying to find the ones that are.
Yeah, I like mine the same. Just because it's easier. And that's what I like aesthetically. You wouldn't be able to tell from my house. That will change eventually.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't find them.
Any carpenters or plumbers or electricians feel like offering their services for free. Well, wonderful. Because I'm just gonna DIY all this shit and hope my house doesn't burn down.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll probably call at least an electrician to do it now myself. Because I got too much nerd shit that would take me way too much money to try and collect on. I doubt insurance would give me all the money for it. Because I'm looking at
Well-
least $2,000 worth of books.
I can't find one of my fucking team work doing ones. Nevertheless, probably next Monday we'll at least give you guys a tour of our what we have so far. I think what was it? We did my thing on the
Oh, you're
my point army was. So mine was. We put it as a 2,000. So mine is a 995. So mine's almost 1,000.
yours is basically that was 19.
No.
Okay.
It's the Dire Avengers. See, Dire
Okay.
Avengers.
That's a unit.
Yes, that's what
that unit's
Yeah,
called.
that's what the different units is what I was showing you, which is like the Harlequins, the Dire Avengers, and then I have the Corsairs, Void Weavers. Those are those are pretty much what I have collectively put together. I guess I have the Wraith Wind Riders, Guardian Defenders, and stuff like that.
This will be out in time to put it to a poll. So if anyone wants to talk about it, I can tell you. I've got my Assault Intercessors painted. I've got Ironfather Pharaohs, Lieutenant, Tech Marine, Heavy Intercessor Squad, a Razorback, the Palace Dreadnought, 2 units of Desolation Squad, a Dreadnought, Incursor Squad, Infiltrator Squad, 2 Redemptor Dreadnoughts, and a Calidus Assassin. Left again. On my Iron Hands. I have a lot more for my orcs and a lot more for the Custodes. I think I've only got like 15 of the Custodes painted.
Nevertheless, we'll do a deeper dive into some of that stuff. That's some nerdy shit that we're into.
We could always just pull everything out and like put it
I
on the
hope
table.
at some point we can get Daggerheart, maybe.
Yeah.
Try to see. We'll probably maybe on a rambling session if it's just me, you, and Jared, whatever. We can just try to see like how it would be to create characters, how easy it would be. We can do it on here. So,
I even got the Warhammer RPG, like the tabletop RPG.
we actually have the
I've got
D&D one,
Spyhander. We've got D&D.
board game.
Yeah, we've got D&D board game. We've got
It's here.
Call of Cthulhu, which we could probably do that with people.
I have
don't.
I have a
Fight.
hero. What is it called? I have a book that is tabletop, but it is Heroes of Tomorrow or something like that. It's like a hardback book. It could be used. We have different little systems we could do. We might not. We might try to. If we do D&D any point past this point, which we have done, we've not filmed any of them, but if we do any, we probably won't be doing 5th edition. We won't do your standard D&D. We have, Anthony has a buddy. That he has his own system and format that he has been creating for years.
Yeah.
Anthony has been given permission to be able to use it, or to DM for it. So if we do go forward with this, we'll probably do some. If we do have any member filming, it'll more along the lines be Call of Cthulhu or
Plans of Ordon.
Plans of Ordon, which is what Jacob's thing is.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jacob. It was a great system. I played in it before. It's very new player friendly because of how he words everything is very clean and it's presentable to you, so you know what's going on.
It's cut and dry. As long as you're okay with reading, it's a great system.
It's not something to trip you up.
Yeah, it doesn't hold your hand as far as like building goes. It doesn't. Level 1 you get this, level 2 you get this, level 3 you get this. It's
more
at
creative.
level 1 to 5 you have all of these options to choose from. You actually get to make your
So it is more creative friendly for sure.
Yeah. It's friendly on a creative standpoint.
And it gives you in like how D&D is. Some people will roll for their health and just take the average health, or take a full hit die or whatever. His has this is literally the system and how you get health.
Yeah. If you know anything about like 3.5 edition Dungeons and Dragons, that's kind of what he wanted. I know I've never played it. I know you've never played it, but that's from everything that I know. That's kind of how he wanted his system to go because he wanted you to be able to do whatever you wanted to with your character, more in the realms of like you pick like a starting class, and then you can kind of customize it from there.
But if we do anything going forward, we're going to use Blitz Wardon, which is his. Probably Daggerheart. If we should, hopefully we'll get that.
Yeah.
We have the Call of Cthulhu. The one that I have is kind of like it seems like it's more of a complicated system. It's got a lot of different things you got to do with it. But we could look into it.
We want to do a really dark and gritty, dark fantasy set. We've got that slide.
We can also do,
and that's really.
It depends on how many people we can get for it. We could do we can try to set up like a mystery, like a one shot, kind of like a Clue series.
Dungeons and Dragons. Do even if I just do like pre-built, because I'm pretty sure most of the systems we have pre-built characters to use as well. That'll make jumping in a lot easier for most people. That way, you don't have to really like, yeah, it's like, hey, this is your character. Just kind of read it.
We also might probably dabble in some just kill team.
Yeah.
Because we're obviously he's one purchase away from a 2,000 point army. I'm a couple purchases away from 2,000 point army.
But honestly, for this format, unless we wanted to do, because again, I'm not good with like this editing. I don't actually have editing software. This is just straight from recording to YouTube. Is how we're doing this currently. Because this laptop's junk. Maybe we have to get a better like computer to do everything on. We could actually cut down like a full size game, cut it down, like cut out all the fluff for it, because a 2,000 point Warhammer game is like 4 to 7 hours.
One time I was talking to a chick one time and she asked me what I was doing. I told her I was playing Civilization.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, how's that?" And I said, "Well, I've spent the last 6 hours building an army." And then she said, "Oh." I said, "Yeah, I'm going to spend the next 3 attacking people and hopefully to win. I might still lose. 9 hours. I might still lose." And she said, "Oh, maybe I can come over. You should teach me sometime." And I blocked her. There's no way I'm going to teach a bitch. I'm not going to teach a lady. I'm not going to teach a finale how to play a game for 9 hours. No way.
Like, I just told you it took me 9 hours to do this.
Yeah. She basically said, "That's cool. I'm going to rob you." I said, "Yeah, not worth my time. Have a good one."
I think she wanted to fuck.
Probably, but I don't have 9 hours to invest into that either, so.
Oh, well, yeah, you take 30 seconds out of your time. That gives you 29 seconds of cuddles.
Yeah, that's out, dude. Yeah, but then I have to wake up and my Xbox was gone. Because that was right when the Xbox the Xbox One came out. And I was like, "Yeah, I have an Xbox." And she's like, "Oh, what are you doing on that?" And then that's what led to that. She's like, "I should come over sometime. Bitch, go steal my Xbox."
Oh, yeah, she might have been trying to rob you.
She might fuck too, but she might gonna rob. She just go fucking rob.
Fucking rob. Well, and then whatever your deductible is for insurance, because you're definitely going to get tested.
Yeah. She's gonna fucking rob, and then she's gonna come fucking rob me.
Yeah.
Rob's probably her boyfriend. She's gonna rob that dude. She's gonna fuck that dude and come fucking steal shit.
But yeah, no, as far as like Warhammer goes, Kill Team or which Kill Team's a completely different
I
game.
would also
but
like for
Kill
us
Team
to.
or like Combat Patrol.
I know
or,
we don't have
500
people
points.
follow. We don't really have a following.
Right.
No offense to the people that do follow. We don't have a following, but I'd really like to get to where we could live stream maybe.
Yeah.
Like we could do live Q&As whenever, just random shit people talk to us. We can just talk to them like, hey, we know a lot about movies. Talk to us about a movie, whatever. Or we could like play video games. We can fucking all 3 of us even like Jared. We could play. I don't. Goddamn, I fucking be off with that. We can play like a game, like some. I don't know. We could do something. We could just do random stupid shit.
Yeah.
We can do a lot of stuff. We can play board games. Probably not Monopoly.
We get all 3 like stream simultaneously, different games while talking to each other in the same room.
Yeah. We could do that. I mean, we could. There's a lot of things we can do.
Yeah.
Because we're all 3 nerdy enough to do it.
It just matter of figuring out the logistics.
Yeah, it's the only thing that really limits us on what we can do is our recording ability.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that really is a limitation, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because we've got 2 mics plus that little soundboard, like $60. The camera was like $60.
70.
Okay, the camera was about $70 then, because I think we paid the exact same amount.
Yeah,
That's why
did.
we didn't split the cost on them.
There's a reason to split the cost because you're like, oh,
This laptop was,
if it was off by like $5.
This laptop was less than $200 5 years ago. It barely worked then.
But my student loans are gone, and I got to keep the laptop, and I got to keep the MacBook.
There you go. We could probably use the MacBook for like the recording and shit.
Yeah, but what about when I watch porn? Just kidding.
I don't know. Get a tablet.
It's not even charged. I do have a tablet. I have an iPad. I did have 2 iPads.
You can use one of your like 5 Oculuses.
I only have 1 now. I sold.
Oh.
I've never watched porn I've never watched porn on VR. Let that be clear. It's like it's like the first question anyone on VR asks you. Like, have you watched porn on this thing? No. I'm a basic bitch, dude. I don't want to fucking be like. I would fucking jerk off to whatever's on the wall because I would just get so distracted. Like, huh?
I clicked the wrong one.
Like I'll tell you what, the cameraman would be like, "Why does he keep staring at me?" I'll tell you.
It said 4 women. I thought it meant 4 women.
Yeah, fucking lost, dude.
I almost got a dick in the mouth.
They spelled the wrong 4. God damn it! Don't put numbers. Just put letters. No, that's something that Eddie always finds funny because I told him that we were talking about how blind I am one day.
Yeah.
And I took my glasses off like this, and the other guy took his glasses off. He's like, "Look, dude, they're not that." He's like, "See, look, yours aren't that much thicker than mine." I said, "You can see the difference, huh?" So I felt like that's one of us is more blind than the other. I'm going to let you know.
Yeah.
I said, "You can see that they're almost the same size. I can't see that." So clearly, but I was talking to Eddie one day, and I said, "Dude," he's like, "How blind are you?" I said, "I can only see about 6 inches in front of my face without my glasses." He's like, "Really?" And I said, "Yeah, dude." I said, "If I ever go down with a chick and she's got a 7-inch dick, I'm 1-inch gay before I realize it's not a girl." I hear she's rolling. He's like, "What the fuck?" So, buddy, I'm 1-inch gay. Yeah,
I hit balls before I ever realized it was there.
bitch was all balls, dude. But yeah, there's a lot of things we could do. I feel like we could talk about a lot of stuff. It's hard for us to talk about a lot of stuff because you and Jared are into a lot of anime. I haven't watched a lot of anime. I just started watching anime for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
I know a lot about sports.
We don't know shit about sports.
Jared knows a lot about. He says hockey. That's not a sport I know.
Hockey is a sport.
I said I don't know anything about.
Oh, I thought you said it's not a sport. I was like, fuck.
I said, and I don't know anything about. I might have said that, but I meant to say I might have missed some words. But I said I don't know much about hockey. So, I mean, I'm still fairly. I would say I'm not fairly new to D&D. I've played a lot of beginnings to a lot of games.
Right.
If anybody who plays D&D knows what I'm talking about. I did get invited to a D&D game recently and then kicked out of it immediately.
How the fuck did you manage that?
It was a text and D. So it wasn't D. It wasn't Dungeons and Dragons. It was texting. It was only texting.
Oh.
And I was like, cool, well, yeah, I'll do it. And then the person that invited me was like, yeah, I just told me to go ahead and take you out. So, and they're like, well, they don't allow cussing at their table. They don't allow. If you can't make any racial jokes, can't make any transphobic jokes, any gay jokes. If you say something's gay, then it's a strike. If it's 3 strikes, you're out. I was like, oh, so I struck out in the interview. Gosh. So if I had to write down why I was in there, there's at least one, maybe 2 fucks, and at least the shit.
Yeah.
So I might have been out before I got in there. So it's probably a good call, but I did get kicked before I.
That's funny.
So that sucks. I just want to get a good game going. So.
Right.
Such a fun game.
Just getting people together. I think the longest one that I've had lasted maybe 5 months, and there was a 3-month hiatus in it.
The longest one I've had was the one with Jacob. But I wouldn't win a mile.
Yeah, but we had a lot of sessions. We didn't go a long length of time. We also ended up killing off all the characters at the time. We ended up getting around to it. It was new characters.
My guy was still alive.
No, I think yours is the only one.
I think mine and Ben's, because Ben's was gone for half the time.
Oh yeah.
You died.
Yeah.
Cody died.
Yeah.
Because we made Cody's guy broken by making him a Goliath Hemomancer. So he had 300 health and could draw any amount of health from it for his blood.
No, we had to scrap that first campaign because he gave us that basically the deck of many things, and we fucked that up.
And I cashed out on $10 billion.
Yeah.
But then we didn't start that other one because we had Ryan had got in because it was really me, you, Ben, and Cody.
Yeah.
And then Ryan joined us. Cake.
Yeah.
Joined us, and then Dan joined us.
Yeah.
As soon as Dan joined us, pretty much was the scrap.
Yeah, that was the last session we had. It was his first session.
Yeah.
Then after that,
And then we created characters to do it again.
Yeah.
And then that's when I was removed.
yeah, because we played, I think it was maybe 5 sessions of another campaign. I thought it was just going to be a one shot, and
And I
that didn't.
wasn't invited back.
Yeah,
Which we're hoping to change that someday. I was a bad player then. I've gotten a lot better now.
which we could probably do this from the vault, right? Because he's making his own business there and needs to.
If we could do something like that. I mean, like I said, I really think that I've gotten into a better mindset than I was back then. Back then, I felt like I was competing with everything. I was trying to impress you and everybody else, and now I don't really give a fuck about anybody.
Yeah, it was just the wrong
Wrong. It was-
mindset, like D&D versus us
Yeah.
instead of us
And I-
all collectively working together.
I feel like I've gotten a lot better at that. I feel like I can convey myself a lot better. I feel like before I felt kind of embarrassed. I didn't want to put myself as the character. I didn't want to do anything stupid
right.
that would lead to me feeling dumb, because feeling dumb means you are dumb, and then if you are dumb, then everyone sees you as dumb. And that's where I was trying to avoid. I guess it was more of a self-conscious thing. Now I've gotten to where I've literally played characters that didn't say words.
Yeah.
I've had the last character I played was a fucking frog man. That was a drunk frog and didn't remember what he did. Was actually actually defeated the big bad at the end of that session. Not touching anyone, didn't even go to harm. Bullshit his way out of it, rolled well. I mean, I feel like I've done a lot now. I feel like I have characters. I feel like I have troll characters, non-troll characters. I feel like I feel like I am more accepted to bad things now. If things happen, something bad happens to me, I don't have to see it as now an issue.
Right.
It's not somebody's a personal vendetta with me. It's just bad luck of the dice, which is good.
Bad dice rolls can tell good stories.
It's fair. You can also kill the whole party.
That's also fair. I turned my character into a nuke once. Fucking killed the damn monster then.
Yeah, because actually, to be honest with you, we went through 2 sessions with Dan.
Oh, we did?
Because Dan died his first session and had to make a new character. Because he was the Humomancer, and you were the vampire, and you drank his blood because he was a Humomancer. That's how he did his magic. He just gave you his blood. And then that character died, and he had to make a new character.
Yeah.
So he was 2 sessions. Second session,
Yeah, because the first session, I don't think it lasted that long.
No, he didn't.
I think maybe we were an hour in before he died.
because that's why you switch characters, because you decided that you were going to just go ahead and switch characters, and you chose to be a vampire. You was a person who gave you his blood.
Yeah. Well, my character at the time was locked up. Because we didn't want to continue the party being on the run with new characters, with like new people at the table. So in order to
But
kind
I
of
also was locked up.
no, you managed to get out.
Yeah, because somebody sold their soul.
Yeah, I
Get out.
did. I was still on the run, but I was also a lawful character. So basically, the first thing's like,
yeah,
oh,
you
I was
were.
turning myself in,
Yeah, that's what it was. Was that you was in a conflict or so?
and so that's basically like how my character story ended. And I'm like, well, when we get to the next town, I'm just going to turn myself in because
That's what you would do.
that's
That's
how this
what-
character would play out. Because I didn't realize how chaotic everyone else's characters were. And
It is.
it was not going to be a good party dynamic.
I was a half elf werewolf. Dude.
I was some sort of paladin, and then I just decided to chop some motherfucker's head off in the middle of the street with witnesses. And I'm like,
my
yeah, I
fault.
did it.
Which was my fault technically, because the guy was one of the people that killed my family. Or my backstory.
Yeah, and my whole thing.
And I also feel like I got better at backstories and stuff too. So
Yeah.
I feel like I've overall gotten a lot better. I feel like before Jared would go to Jacob. Jared's.
1,000%. Jared, if you watch this,
I don't.
you're stupid.
I don't think.
I don't think you do watch it either.
I'm just going to say at the end of our last session, getting naked and dancing as a distraction was not a good idea. They could see you walking towards them. It's not a good idea. Just
No. So, but if you do watch this is a learning experience. Don't do that. Don't use your brain.
yeah. Yeah, a lot of things we could do.
So we'll probably start the next rambling with like an introduction to our army and paint while we bullshit. If Jared can't make it for whatever reason, then that's just what we'll do. If he can make it for whatever reason, I'm gonna see if I'll get him to buy that custodies off of me or just let him paint some. If nothing else, my oldest doesn't want to paint his army, so I'll just let Jared paint it. Just be like, hey, this is the kind of colors that he wanted for it. So
Yeah,
I like painting, but I don't like painting.
I like painting.
Like I like it. It's calming. It's relaxing, but at the same time, I'm just like, I get to the end when I'm starting to detail it. I'm like, don't want to fuck up.
Yeah, I don't know. I like making my things a little weird. We'll have to give you like a little tour of what ones we have painted and whatnot, and stuff like that on the next rambling session.
We gotta prime yours. Your combat patrol.
Yeah, I like the way I have my other ones painted. I didn't prime any. Really cool. Good.
They do, but it doesn't always hold the paint like as we use them. That's the main reason I say we should prime them. I have a gray primer, so they'll just be the same color.
Yeah, I just don't want to go outside.
That's fair. Go outside. I've got like gunmetal gray because I want the metallics to show through, even if I couldn't get the brush in the little parts.
Yeah, mine I just kind of all colored at one color, and that's what I was like, if this bleeds through, it's whatever. I don't care. Because that color's the basic color. So
you did kind of prime them.
I just primed them with like color blue.
Yeah.
Because that's what their skin was going to be. I want to prime them with their skin color and then just paint everything over the top of it.
Yeah, I mean, you basically just primed them.
But
I just don't think you used primer paint,
no, I didn't
but
use primer.
it's still.
I did well.
It's
Some of
still
them I
a
did
form
use.
of
Some
priming.
of them I did use a primer. They had this other thing that said primer, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like spray paint primer. It was just dog shit.
No, it doesn't have to be spray paint.
It was like liquid, but
I use spray paint because it's easy.
yeah, I like I think I like painting more than I like building. To be honest, I think I like. Although I do like building because I get to make them look weird because obviously you're not going to give a shit if I make one of them look a little bit off.
Right.
If I give one of them fucking 4 arms.
We're not going to a GW tournament anytime soon. So.
If I have one that has like 5 arms, you're like sick. What's he do with the other 4 while he holds that one gun?
Yeah.
I don't know, jerk himself off, pat his friend on the back, drink something, smoke a cigarette. I don't know.
It's not like it affects the game. They have the gun, the weapons
yeah,
they
they
have.
have
You
the
can only
weapon
attack with one weapon at a time anyway.
But yeah. Well, it's struggling on a little bit more with some bullshit, talking about what we could and couldn't do.
Yeah, we almost got another. Looks like we got another 30 minutes out of it.
Well, we've said it once before. We'll say it again. This has been 2 Up Podcast.
My name's Jared.
My name's Anthony.
My name's Josh.
My name's Dave Matthews. I have a band. And as always, have a good one. Peace out.
See you, Bonnie Blue.